When most people hear Run of the Mill, they think it's just another peaceful George Harrison tune, calm, spiritual, and reflective. But behind its soft melody lies something much deeper. A quiet storm aimed straight at John Lennon and Paul McCartney. George wrote Run of the Mill in late 1969, right when the Beatles were crumbling from the inside. What used to be friendship and creativity had turned into power struggles, business arguments, and bruised egos. John and Paul were fighting for control, and George, the so-called quiet Beatle, was caught in the middle, unseen, unheard, and underappreciated. Instead of lashing out in interviews or causing more drama, George turned to what he did best, songwriting. But this time, his lyrics carried a message. The line, "Everyone has choice when to and not to raise their voices," wasn't just poetic. It was George subtly saying, "You two can keep shouting. I'm done being part of it." Throughout the song, you can feel a mix of sadness and liberation. He reflects on lost friendships, on how fame and ego had torn apart the bond that once made the Beatles unstoppable. Run of the Mill isn't angry, it's weary. It's George accepting that things will never be the same again, and that maybe peace can only come when he walks away. When All Things Must Pass was released in 1970, the song quietly stood out. It didn't point fingers, but anyone who understood the Beatles' internal chaos could feel what George was saying. He wasn't just venting, he was saying goodbye to a version of the Beatles that no longer existed. What makes Run of the Mill so powerful is that George never names names. He doesn't need to. Every line carries the weight of betrayal, disappointment, and the strength to move on. It's elegant, emotional, and painfully honest. In the end, this wasn't just a song, it was George Harrison's personal statement. While Lennon and McCartney fought their battles in public, George quietly delivered his truth in melody. And maybe that's what made his words hit even harder. Because sometimes, the most powerful message isn't shouted, it's sung softly, by the one everyone underestimated,